Good morning, everyone. How you doing? It's Maggie from My Scattered Brain. I wanted to pop in here and just say Happy New Year. It is New Year's Eve today, and so what I'll say is that I don't really do resolutions. I just kind of make a silent promise to myself to try and be a little better each day. Excuse me. There are a couple challenges going around. The one is Junk Journal January 2025, and I thought I would want to participate in it, but then I thought that I kind of am somebody who takes on too much or thinks I can do it, and then I burn out, and sometimes that leads me to doing it and burning out and whatever, but sometimes it also leads me to not try. In the interest of self-care, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the prompt list. If I can gang a couple together into one project, I'm going to do that. If I don't like the prompt, I'm not going to do that. And I don't think I'm going to be filming every day. I'm not really loving the filming format that I'm using right now, but it's what I have, and you know, I'm thinking of maybe trying to save up for a new computer for the new year, and so that I can just dedicate the computer to that. My computer is on its last legs, my phone is getting full, and I need my phone to work. So my thoughts right now is that I'm probably a little bit depressed, and I don't know how to recognize that. Like when I think someone's depressed, it's like, oh, I can't get out of bed and I can't get over this hump. And so I will tell you, I haven't sent my daughter her Christmas presents yet. They're all sitting somewhere. I thought I was going to incorporate it into a homemade advent calendar. That is not done. And I put up the Christmas tree, and it's got like 10 candy canes and 15 decorations on it. And I lit it up twice. So that's just how this Christmas is going to be. You know, if you know anything, you know my father passed away this month. And on a day-to-day level, that did not impact me because I was not caring for him. He had dementia and lives in another state. So a lot of times, you know, I didn't call him. I would call him occasionally, and, you know, I'd have to make sure I texted my sister to make sure the phone got hung up because it got put down somewhere and he wandered away. I always felt really good after calling him, but I also felt really bad after calling him. He's in there somewhere. But, you know, it's very difficult to have that connection when all that familiarity is all of a sudden gone. And it wasn't all of a sudden, you know, like, I went to care for him in May of this year. And in my head, I kind of thought to myself, this is kind of the last time I'm really going to see him. It's a 9-hour trip from where I live to where he lived, and we don't do well at night. We don't fly on planes. We live very frugally, so it's not like I could just, you know, go up and see him just whenever I felt like it. So I did go up to care for him to give my sister a reprieve in May. My daughter went to be with him for 2 months this summer. And I was really glad for that. And I was really glad for her to have the opportunity to say goodbye in her way. And to be there long enough to see those little glimmers of, oh, there he is. You know, oh, there he is. There's a dad joke. That kind of thing. So, again, day to day, Wasn't like, oh, I'm looking for Dad and he's gone. But I think, the passage of time is really what's kind of getting me inside my head. And my husband's been renovating the bathroom. We're almost done with one bathroom, and then we're going to move on to the other. But what's been happening is I've been going out on my own. And that's a long day to be thinking about a lot of different things and a lot of different changes in my life. My kids are grown. They see me on their terms or talk to me on their terms. So, I might text something and not hear anything for days or not hear anything back. I think that's okay. It's kind of the same relationship I have with my parents, and part of that is distance, but part of that is, I think kids these days have a lot more anxiety and a lot more introspection, and things don't roll off their back as easy. And I'm kind of like from a survivor mode, family and generation. And so I feel things in a different way. And that's okay. We're all people. We're all different people. And, I'm just trying to, so when I'm driving around alone, I'm trying to figure all that out. I'm trying to figure out, is everybody okay? And how can I find out if everybody's okay, if they're not communicating? And so I just give that to God. So what I'll say is, I hope you guys have a great New Year's Eve celebration. If you celebrate, I don't. I just go to bed, and usually I'll go to bed at 9, and then I'll wake up and it'll be 12:01. And I'll wake up my husband and say Happy New Year. And that's the way that's always been. It's, it's not worth it for me to be out on the roads and be in crowds and stuff like that. But let's hope we all have a great New Year and a little turnaround in society of understanding of each other and wishing well for each other, and not looking at people as being outside of my experience, that kind of thing. I live and let live, live and let live. Everybody's human. We're all people. We all have feelings and wishes and hopes and dreams. And so let's try and respect all that and love each other and care for each other. And in some respects, everybody gets to be on the same team. So that being said, I'm still working on my December daily art series. And I think I have to do one for Christmas Eve. I did one for Christmas already. So I have the 24th. I did the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30, 31. So I have 7 days to go. And definitely off track due to technology, due to my father passing away, due to life in general. And I'm going to try and finish that out. If you guys know about my junk journal, July 2024, I think I finished that in September. But I would like to complete it. I did start a journal for January in contemplation of doing the junk journal January 2025. It's a little bit different. It's a half a magazine. And you prepare it by, you rip a magazine in half. Here's the other half. And then you cut the pages in a waterfall, they call that. So it's, the pages kind of are not all the same size. And then you glue several pages together so that you have a thickness. Now, the person that I watched do this, her journal was wonderfully wrinkly and grungy and brutalist and looked great. Excuse me. I have a little fear of that. So I tried to do a few pages as to make it as wrinkle-less as possible. And there, of course, they're still wrinkly, but maybe less wrinkly than if I just glued them and didn't worry about it. I don't know if I'm going to do this. I'm not a perfectionist by any means, but if I think something's not, like if I think something should have straight, smooth pages, then that's what I'm going to want to see. So we'll have to see if I can grapple with the imperfection, natural element of using magazine pages as a base. You know, I've been doing the board books, and they're, now I'm taking something that I've thickened up, but still a little floppy, and I'm going to put more medium on it. So I have to come to terms with that. But we'll see what happens, right? So yesterday I helped my husband finish up the bathroom, put in the vanity, put in the toilet, grouted the tub, and there's a few final touches, but I felt really good that I was there because he was on his hands and knees, and I could hear when his breathing was changing and when he was sounding like he needed a little help, and then I would go in and do a little bit, and he would straighten his back out and things. And so we're almost done with that, which means my son doesn't have to come in and use our master bath, and then we can start doing our master bath. So while he was in there, I made a kind of pledge to myself that I was going to start going through some boxes that have been around the house, and I threw out a lot. I saved one box for like miscellaneous paper, but you know, that could be a difficult thing. So I have a shed for my eBay stuff, so I'm going to sort through everything, label it, and put it on some of my inventory shelves, and then I can go through them again and again, and they won't be in my living area. But I found this nice card. My friend Kathy sent this to me. I don't know if there's a date. There's not a date. But, you know, it's the two good angels, two perfect angels, and then the one that's just got to have her halo a little bit askew. So I think this is going to be my New Year's Eve. This is going to be incorporated in a New Year's Eve art project. All right. I hope you have a happy and healthy celebration, and I'll see you in the new year.